thinking only.
What's good, Nerd Mob? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Nerd Mafia, and it's about time we get into another MCU series on Disney Plus, and we're getting Daredevil Born Again. Without further ado, starting tomorrow night at 9 p.m. on the East Coast. So we're going to dive right into that delicious series with 2 episodes for the debut. Daniel Fisher, what up? The prediction forms are both in the Discord and also in the description for this this video link. I also posted them under the community tab too. I saw Ducky Momo post in the Discord earlier today saying it wouldn't work, but I just opened up the second episode link, so I'm not sure what was going on there. You see this and still not working for you, man, just hit me up and we'll figure it out. Maybe just try one of those other links in the place that I said, the channel description or the community post. But yeah, I'm a little excited. Switched it up a little bit this time too. We're not going with the traditional Funko. Up the ante a little bit, especially because most of you guys that are participating in this are people that are still members, even though I'm like not the most active person in the world. So what we're doing is right behind me here, this Daredevil like figurine set. This is what we're giving away. I feel like my video is just not great tonight too. So we're going with this guy right here. Fair warning though too, I got like the display model from the comic book shop, so like the box is open, but see here's on the back too. But I think this is one you're gonna want to just like take out and display anyway. And I thought it was pretty cool. So I will package this up, ship it out to the winner. If you're overseas, then you gotta work with me a little bit. Can we go ahead and mail it to Momo? I mean, Ducky can't figure out how to get the second link, so he might be done already. But yeah, I don't know if you're like me and going back and catching up on some of the old episodes or just watching some like some summarizations on YouTube, but god damn, man, this show hasn't been on in so long, and I'm really happy it's back. I know like a lot of people have been talking about it, obviously up to the lead up. There is like it's a lot of worry that one of the 2 main characters, like Karen or Foggy, may not survive this series. So I think we kind of accounted for that in the questions. And I'm not going to, obviously there's been like some leaks and spoilers out there. I'm not going to repeat any of that here tonight. We're just going to kind of mostly go through like my predictions. This is an opportunity for you guys to just make sure I'm not cheating pretty much. And you know what? Now that you guys have seen what we're actually giving away, maybe I'll do away with this. And here we go. We'll get the traditional background up here for you guys. Oh, I might need to update this background. I need to think about that. I'm gonna have to get the Daredevil poster up there. Didn't think about that at all. Yeah, my picture's not looking good. I'm not sure what that's all about, but it is what it is. We roll with it. I did a little thing in the chat too. I was just messing around with some of the new features from YouTube. I put like 5 super chats, and I'll give everybody a point this first week. But whatever, a free point. I don't know. Mess around with that if you want to. If not, it's cool. Be looking out for the scenes. Shot across. Oh, damn. It's that close to you, Daniel Fisher? I need to think about that. You're the devil of Hell's Kitchen in real life? Makes sense. Makes sense. You can mess with my video settings here a little bit too. This is kind of did I miss something? Lights are on? Yeah, whatever. Check out one more thing. Kind of weird. Don't I look like a little grainy here tonight? It's bothering me a little bit. No, we don't want me to disappear. I guess that's the best we're gonna do. Whatever's. Anyway, a little bit more about this series too. Like where we left off with the last one, I think a lot of people, like myself, even forgot a little bit. The third season, right after Defenders, we got into the arc with Kingpin being out of prison, kind of getting out on house arrest, and then kind of creating the demise of Bullseye and letting him go into action. Karen, where we left off, she's a reporter, even though a lot of people there got killed. Will they kill Daniel Fisher in episode 1 on Netflix? We'll find out. In addition to that, it looks like in this series we're going to end up with Muse. Another guy too. I'm not like totally familiar with all the Daredevil characters from the comic books. I'd be lying to you if I said I was a big Daredevil fan. Honestly, like my biggest introduction to him was like Saturday morning or afternoon cartoons, Spider-Man, him popping up in that, and then this show that came on Netflix, I loved it like 10 years ago. I was actually really sad when they started getting rid of him. I even liked Iron Fist a little bit. Not gonna lie. I thought like having their own little like street level Avengers team up on Netflix was cool as hell. So hopefully this show can do some really cool things, and Punisher is going to be in it at some point as well. We all know from the trailers, and they announced that we're getting a special presentation of the Punisher too. So hopefully this can kind of help some of those characters reemerge in their own things on Disney Plus with a little bit more serious and heavy tone, like ground level, big stakes. You know, I think that'll be a great thing if that's able to develop and thrive. Beyond that, I think. I mean, you watch the trailers for this show; it's definitely a completely different tone than anything we've seen like on Disney Plus for Marvel. Maybe the closest like thing we've gotten to it would be like Andor, you know, just like the level of like violence, but the Andor comes nowhere near that. It's just a little bit more grounded. I could tell you that I can't even get my wife interested in this show actually, because like just the violence level is like too much for her, I guess. Kind of weird, but whatever. We're here for it. Oh, Skywalker's Academy. Hello there, sir. Yeah, I think honestly, like the biggest things I'm interested in this show is I want to see like the whole arc we got going with Wilson Fisk as mayor. I want to see where that ends up. You haven't seen a trailer yet? Oh my god, Skywalker's Academy. Do you have Disney Plus again? You gonna be watching this, or are you going this raw? these predictions. Please, sir, jump back on the train. But no, I'm really interested to see how that kind of shakes out, that part of it. Wilson Fisk is mayor, and if they can give us any kind of hint to the future, if like that's going to tie into the next Spider-Man, that's the only place I really see him ending up on like the big screen. And you're gonna see I got like a question that's pretty funny involving him. I mean, about 10 minutes in here too. You know how these streams normally go. We're really just mainly like diving into the predictions and playing the game. And I want to organize it a little bit better. So like going forward after like these first 2 episodes, I can jump on probably not tomorrow night, just due to the fact we got 2 of these episodes and they're probably close to an hour each. So I'm not trying to jump on and start streaming at 11 o'clock. So I think what I'll do is hop on like Wednesday night and try to like thoroughly dive into it and just go through like both episodes. I think maybe we'll do it a little bit like how I did like on Star Wars Obsession channel, like going through all the Skeleton Crew episodes. It'd be cool if I can get somebody to pop in that's interested in talking about it too. No promises there. We'll see how that shakes out. But also mix some things in there too. So more than just me holding the dial and like skimming through the episode, throw in some clips and maybe check out what some other people are saying and just get the brain working on what could be happening for the next episodes. And honestly, these two sets of predictions are these like double episode premieres are always the hardest to create the prediction for too, just because you're not really sure what you're getting with the series. If you notice, guys, like I skipped the Spider-Man show doing it. I had a couple theories while I was watching it, but it would have been too hard for me to do this for, because it was so like, I wasn't sure what direction they were going to go to start with. And then the fact that they were throwing out like 2-3 episodes each week for it, it would have been insane. So I just kind of sat back and enjoyed the ride. I did have like a couple ideas for videos at the time, but I just didn't have like enough conviction to jump on it. Like when I first saw the spider like fall through that portal in like the first week of Spider-Man, I was like, oh my God, this is like my short for Across the Spider-Verse all over again. But I didn't know where to go. That show was just a little bit different. They're trying to stay a little bit comic book accurate, but at the same time, they're throwing all these characters in that obviously are never all together in the comics or any other story. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It would have been insane for me to try to do that. This isn't my full-time job. Maybe one day, if some of this crypto I got pops off, I can make it that. That'd be beautiful. That'd be the dream. But it wasn't something I thought I'd be able to pull off. So if I don't think I can pull something off good, I just back away from it, let everybody else do it. And I'll hop in and throw in my 2 cents where I think it might matter a little bit. Because I'm not trying to be like everybody else that's making a YouTube video. It's like, how much redundancy do we really need? But let me go ahead and share the first prediction one on here. Let's see. All right, episode 1. Can share that on the screen now. Boom. All right. So you know how it goes. By the way, man, I love like some of the graphics I was finding for the show. This obviously wasn't like a very complicated photoshopping I did, but it just blended together cool while I was doing it. So I'm rocking with it. Money can get lazy and keep that going forward. So just like with Star Wars Santa, the guy we ripped this off from, you want to jump in, and first thing is throw in your YouTube name, Discord name, however I can recognize you, like to know whose points to attribute this to, you know. Oh, we can talk about that afterwards. Skyworks Academy, for real. So putting your name right here first. And I thought, again, since the first couple episodes, first week, I went back and kind of skimmed through like the past few seasons, because it does seem like they're trying to keep things pretty similar in tone and story like to the original, and thought it is Skyworks Academy. It's the Corleone font. But I figure if we go ahead and say like the over under for each episode each week is going to be over 45 or 55 minutes or under, because if you look across the series, that's pretty much like the high point. Maybe there's some like outliers that are a little bit higher, but let's check that out. I'm going to go ahead, and for these first two, I'm thinking I think the first two I might say over. I'll probably be wrong here, but we'll see how it goes. All right, my next thing was, do we get a courtroom scene? Obviously, we're dealing with a show about some lawyers, right? I'm going to say in the first episode, yes. And I'm not an insider by any means, so you know what I'm doing. All guesses here. My other thing is, I mean, we got it periodically throughout the whole series before. Matt kind of like struggling with his Catholicism and kind of frequently in the confessional booth. So I said, does Matt visit a confessional booth? I think there's a chance it happens every episode. Probably not, but it's a question, right? I'm going to say yes for the first one too. All right. And then next thing, does Bullseye appear? And this I'm kind of basing off, we see him in the trailers, right? We're not sure. We know that some confrontation is going to go down in the first 2 episodes just based on like reviews and what people are saying. We don't know with who yet. So I'm going to say no. Yeah. There's like 2 ways you can go here, right? Because we know like 1 of 2 people here is going to be like the like causing some problems at the beginning. It's either going to be Bullseye or it's going to be Muse. We don't know which one, so maybe this screws me. I'm going to say no to Bullseye, and I'm going to say yes to Muse, and then we'll see what happens. Next one, does the Punisher appear? I think no. I don't think we see him until at least like the 3rd episode, so I'll say no to both. And then I put in, is there a Defenders reference or character appearance? And this one I'm going to need you guys' help with, because this isn't going to be strictly like a mention or the character actually showing up. We got to look for Easter eggs too, right? Like we already see one in the trailer relating to Harlem and Luke Cage, so we know we're going to get one at some point. Question is going to be how many and how many do we catch? So probably going to need to dig into like Beyond Me, like New Rockstars, other sources, and see what actually pops up for Easter eggs to get this one right. And I may have to go back and change points if there's something I don't catch. So is there a Defenders reference? I'm going to say yes, because I'm hoping they're going to want to just dive back into this world and maybe throw some things around and play in the toolbox that Disney hasn't been able to with the show for a long time. And this one I just thought was funny. Like, does Wilson Fisk say Vanessa at any point? So this is going to be a reoccurring one for sure. Not getting rid of it unless something happens to Vanessa. All right. For this first one, I'm going to say no for the first one. No, I'm going to say yes for the first one. All right. All right. And then another one I thought might come into play. And this one might be, maybe we'll keep it around for the first like 3 or 4 episodes and see what happens. Is the Snap or the Blip reference? I feel like at one point they said that in their future shows they want to like get away from talking about it anymore, but it's still kind of interesting and it's relevant because we haven't seen these characters in so long that it would explain some things. So I'll say yes for this one too. I mean, hey, it's the first week. I fall behind. I'll either catch you guys or I won't. And then does a main character die? I'm going to say no. All right. And then for my prediction, and this actually, I may add this in as a question now that I'm thinking about it, because I didn't think about what my prediction might be. Main character's name, yes. So, and yeah, so either Fisk, Matt, or Foggy and Karen. This is really kind of geared towards Foggy and Karen, to be honest with you. That's what I had in mind when I put it in there. Due to the things we've kind of been hearing and people have been speculating may or may not happen. A lot of people think one of those characters is going to go. So we may or may not like keep that in there. I mean, Matt Murdock also has like a love interest, we know, for the trailers too. So that can be included. We'll expound upon that, and I'll give you guys some leeway with that too in these first weeks. But this one I think would be a good one too. I'm going to say Matt wears his Daredevil suit. And I think, like, I mean, if you watch the old show, there was a ton of time, like, where we're getting mostly, like, dialogue and just, like, actual story, where Matt's suit was either nowhere to be found because it wasn't made yet, like, in the early season, the first season, or just that's not what was happening in that episode. So that might actually be a good question that I bring in, like, after these first 2 episodes. Like, does Matt wear his Daredevil suit? So that's going to be my prediction, and I'll go ahead and submit it. And then we'll go to episode 2. Guys, let me know if you're not getting to that link too, because obviously if you're not, that's a problem. But I didn't have a problem following the link from the Discord one I posted. It's also same link is in the channel description, and I did a community tab with it too as community posts. All right, so once again, put in your name here. Under over 55 minutes. I'll say under for the second one. Do we get a courtroom scene? This one I'm going to say no. Does Matt visit a confessional booth? I'm going to say no for this one too. Does Bullseye appear? I'm going to kind of stick to the... I may be screwing this up entirely with these two, but I'm going to go with no, yes. So no to Bullseye, yes to Muse. Does the Punisher appear? We're gonna say no as well. I don't think he's gonna pop up until like at least like third or fourth episode. Did I post the second one? Yeah, you're not seeing it? Let me see. I think I could post it here. There, try that link out. See if it works for you. All right. Is there a Defenders reference or character appearance? I'll say yes to. A lot of yeses here that probably shouldn't be there. Dustin Wilson fix save Vanessa. I'll say no to this one. Actually, I'm going to say yes. We're just hoping to grab some points. That worked. All right, cool. Is the snap or blip reference? I'll say no to this one, the second one. Does a main character die? This episode is, if you're betting on an episode for one of them to pass, it's probably going to be episode 2. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to say yes. Fill in your own prediction here. Oh, and I'm like not even showing it to you guys. I'm stupid. All right, hold up. I'll give you guys some proof. Let me fix the screen I'm sharing. Just realized I wasn't sharing that tab. My bad, guys. Here we go. All right, so Nerd Mafia. I said over for the 55-minute mark, or said under, my bad. I said no to a courtroom scene. No to Matt visiting a confessional booth. You got episode 1 again? Scholar's Academy. Interesting. Let me see. Yeah, let me put it in here again. Tell me if this one works. Says you need access. What is happening? Oh, I see what's going on. Okay. I see what's happening. We'll fix this. All right, do it one more time. Now it should work for you. And let me go in and fix that. That worked? Okay, cool. Let me finish editing this. I edit it on the community post, and let me go and edit this in details in the description. All right, thanks for helping me out with that one, guys. So we know we're good there. Oh, and then Discord, I gotta go fix it. All right, cool. Should be all set now. So let me get back. We'll review what I got in for the second one now. No more preoccupation. All right. Oh, crap. What did I do? Did I just clear mine? No, I did not. Okay. All right. Name, Nerd Mafia. I put the under for the second episode, 55 minutes. I said no to a courtroom scene. I said no to Matt visiting a confessional booth. I put, this may be the death of me right here too, but I put no to Bullseye appearing and yes to Muse appearing. I put no to the Punisher appearing. And then is there a Defenders reference, character appearance? I put yes. I think I'm just fishing for yeses at this point. It might be reaching. Does Wilson Fisk say, for the fall? I put yes. Let me see. And then is a snap or blip reference? I put no. Does a main character die? I put yes. I'm wondering from the trailer when we're going to see that sit down with Matt and Wilson Fisk. And my gut is telling me we won't see that until like 3 or 4. But at the same time, Marvel normally gives you trailers for stuff that happens right in the beginning. So this prediction, having a little bit tough one. I'm going to just say Matt as Matt has a fight in which he cannot save a friend. Go with that. Submit. That's what I'm going with right there for my 2 submissions. Get that off screen now. I see Daniel Fisher's got one in. I see both you got the second one in. Okay. I see number 1. Okay. I see episode 1 now and 2. Double check. Ducky Momo, you got number 1 in. Okay, you're not on stream. That's why. And then Scholar's Academy, we got to wait to get some in there too. Definitely share these around, guys, too, just to make sure people that might want to participate see it and they can get in here. I'll maybe I should tweet it out or something too. I don't know. I'll jump around some of the Discord channels we're in and get it out there to people. We got about 24 hours though, like literally. We're just like a half hour past 9, so got like a full day to really think about it. This is normally when most people actually fill them out anyway. I probably could have done it over the weekend. I had drill weekend though, so it just wasn't happening. But yeah, anything you guys think is going to happen that's kind of weird with this show, or anything you're expecting? Like any different kind of things? Just curious if you want to talk about it. Throw it out there for me. Skyworks Academy, I see you putting yours in now. So we got a solid 3. Just missing Ducky Momo on the next one. He'll probably see that soon and do it, though. Going to be interesting. Can be a fun show. But yeah, if you see anything weird or see anything you want to talk about too, throw it in the Discord in the spoiler section. That one-shot action scene. You mean like the one with his mask falling? Is that what you're talking about? Are you talking about some of the others where we have some broken limbs? You know what I need to do too? I need to start getting Trevor on some of these. Like just get like the resident expert. I'm sure he'll like probably make me feel dumb at times, but the amount of knowledge this dude's got about comic books is crazy. I'm kind of interested to see what they do with Muse and how far they take it. Oh, yeah, you want to talk about that too. Forgot. I do. I need to get Trev on here at some point. I talked to him about it in the past, and it's been a minute. I haven't talked to him. Paradise is actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I'm having like a lot of fun with this show. Almost done with Paradise. Wouldn't mind doing a breakdown later if it's this good. You mean if Daredevil's as good as Paradise, or if the Paradise lands the ship? I'm confused with that one. Paradise, if you haven't seen it, it's kind of funny when people ask you about it or you bring it up to somebody. Like, what's it about? There's a terrific twist at the end of the first episode. So when you're telling people about it, it's like, just watch the first episode and get back to me. Let me know what you think, because you don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But the show is freaking awesome. But when you watch the previews for it, everybody that got into it, it's like pretty much just showing like it's showing you like a Secret Service story with Sterling K. Brown. Oh, okay, this looks kind of cool. Let me see what's going on here. It's like a murder mystery. And then you get to the end of the episode and something like you don't see coming at all happens, and it kind of makes the show even more interesting. And you're like, oh, you know. This show I've almost like forgot about, like Twisted Metal season 2. I definitely had fun with it the first season. It was pretty cool. Anthony Mackie killed it in that show too. Oh, you didn't watch season 1 yet, Daniel Fisher? You got to check it out. I'm not saying it was like the best show ever, but it was fun. On Peacock too, so cheap watch. I keep talking about getting to these comic book videos, and it's like one of those things I just got to start, and I haven't yet. I have like a whole ton of notes. What my plan is so like if you're familiar with the comics I'm talking about, I think I've talked about before, all the Ultimate runs of comics right now that Marvel's putting out. Like there's Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Black Panther. They just came out with Ultimate Winter Soldier, or Ultimate Wolverine, I'm sorry, because Wolverine is Winter Soldier in this universe. The Ultimates. And there's Ultimate X-Men too, but it's just, I tried to look at it and couldn't get into it. It's like really awesome stories. Jonathan Hickman is doing the Ultimate Spider-Man one, and it's really good. That's what started me into it, honestly. But I want to do a video that just covers like the first like kind of 4 of like Ultimate Invasion, like a one-off series. Happened about a year before all these runs came out. I need to do a video on that first and then start talking about the rest. So as soon as I get that rolling, then you're going to know, like, okay, he's starting to go with it. And I want to start doing stuff. I think there's like 4 of you that are still like dollar members to here. And I need to start doing something to reward you guys for that besides the emojis. I feel like I'm starting to feel a little guilty. So I even thought about maybe like the days I go to the comic book store and come home with them, we'll do like a members only stream, and we can just like flip through those pages, like as I'm reading them, let you guys know what's up. Like kind of like a preview about what I'm going to go through next. I just got to get the ball rolling. I haven't been in that zone where I was trying to pump out a video like every other day in a while, and I really got to get back to it. Ton of anime. The anime thing just kind of passed me by, man. Oh, and you know what we're not even talking about too? And it seems like not enough people are talking about now. Invincible season 3 is out right now, and it's amazing. Like, really good. It's getting into like the nitty-gritty of like where it starts getting really cool in the comic books. And yeah, like I love that show. And that's on like every Thursday night. Man. But right now, it's an awesome time to be a nerd, because this series we got going right now, that's about to start tomorrow night, is going to lead into like the last week of it is when Andor season 2 is going to come out. And then just as Andor season 2 is finishing, The Last of Us is going to come out. So you're literally talking, it's like nerd spring right now. You're going to like kick off. And then once that show is done, we're going to have a month where we get Superman, Jurassic Park, and Fantastic Four. Like, it's from now until summer, we're literally going to have pretty much nothing to complain about. Like, we get a ton of fun stuff happen, almost to the point where I'm like overwhelmed. I don't know what to like make videos about, but I'm going to try. You know, I wonder, Invincible's a tough one to put out too. Like, I follow Invincible, but I'm not like, I'm just not an expert on it, man. Like, a lot of stuff I know about Invincible, I learned from Comics Explained, to be honest with you. If I could find some Invincible heads, just get them on the stream, and we just talk about what just happened. That's more what I'm into. So I'm going to have to start doing stuff like that, I think, with the content that I'm not, like, feeling like I can argue with somebody about, you know? But, yeah, guys, that's what we going on. Subscribe to Peacock. I think there might even be a free version. You get all the ads, though. If not, though, it's Peacock's like one of the cheapest ones. I think it's like $5 or less. I could be wrong. Episode free. I don't think you have to. I think you can watch Peacock just with the ads. And the funny thing is, even if you pay for Peacock, they still give you ads. Just not as many. It's wild. Pisses me off. Yeah, $7.99 one still gives you ads. It's insane. I gotta look through all these ones that I have now. So I've got too many. All right, guys, but I'm gonna wrap it up. Like I said, I'm definitely not gonna be able to jump on tomorrow night. It'll be way too late to start talking about all this. So I'm gonna try to jump on Wednesday night, probably about the same time. That's a good night to do it, because I don't think anything's out then. I think Paradise stuff tomorrow too, so I'm gonna be watching that, then Daredevil. Yeah, so my brain's gonna be fried after that. Is Twisted Metal 2 out now? When does that come out? No. That's not out till summertime. All right, you guys had pretty freaked out for a second. All right. Yeah, I'm going to get out of here. Wednesday night, right about the same time, about 9 o'clock. Share this with people you know that might be interested. You know who the usual suspects are. We got about 3 you in already, though. Obviously, want to get a few more. Make it a little bit more fun. So I'm going to jump on Discord, share that out, and I'll see you guys in a couple days, all right? Thanks for popping in.
Nerd Mafia, forget about it. We run laps in 12 parsecs, maybe less, and done flat. A good fella here to bless them all with fun facts.
Leave the gun. Take the control.